Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. I do have some messages and I will be pulling tarot cards. So before I do that, I'm just going to say that to remember that when it comes to tarot, time is fluid. So if this resonates with you, this could be from something you're currently, in the midst of, something from your past, yesterday, a couple days ago, weeks, months, years, or something that might be coming up for you, tomorrow, a couple days from now, weeks, months, years. It really just depends on where this fits in your life. Use your discernment, use your intuition, okay, because this is definitely not going to resonate with everyone. Okay, maybe a couple people, but you guys would know, right? And before I start, I'm going to start off with my prayer. I pray to God and call upon Archangel Michael and any ancestors, angels, and spirits of the highest white light that love me unconditionally to continue to protect me and my family during this time. Please help us see things clearly and to help us remove the fog of illusion that has led us down a false path in the past. Amen. So I wrote these. Today is October 26, 2022 p.m., 11:37 p.m. But I wrote these messages. This is based on a dream that I had. All right. So I wrote these yesterday, October 25th, 2022. But this dream that I had this dream when I was like 18 or 19 years old. Every so often it'll come up. And like I have dreams that I had when I was 16 that I still remember. Okay, so um I guess I'll start off with the dream and then I'll dive into the rest. I did write the dream down, but I'm gonna go off of memory. So in the dream, I was outside. Okay, it was, I don't know, like it seemed like it was nighttime, but I was outside. I was standing on in the middle of the road, and I was standing on like black tar, like the way roads look, like the black roads outside when you go outside, like that. So I was standing on that outside, and I can see the sky. The sky was like there was like red in the sky, and like the clouds were like all grayish and cloudy and like smoke. Okay, and I was just standing there, and then out of nowhere, the ground beneath my feet started cracking open. Okay, and I can see inside the crack, and it was just like red. Um, and then what is it? My left arm. My left arm got. It's gonna sound creepy, but just like stay with me. My left arm was being pulled up towards the sky, and my right arm was being pulled down towards the crack that had opened in the ground. And it was like my body was in the middle of a tug of war, in a tug of war. So my arm was being tugged upwards, my left arm was being tugged upwards, and then my right arm was being tugged downwards. And yeah, it was just like tug of war with my body instead of like my body was like the rope. um, and that was literally the dream. That was it. And I feel like the reason why I had that dream at such a young age because around that age, that's when we become very impressionable to influences, our environments, things like that, right? So a lot of that has to do with like image, wanting to be cool, whatever, whatever. This is going to be a really spiritual message, by the way. So, but anyways, so I feel like, hold on. Okay. Um, I don't think at the time I realized it, not exactly, only like in a vague sense. At the time, I just thought that I had to make a choice when it came to my spirituality or my faith or whatever. Like, I wasn't really too big into it. Like, I was like 19, 17, 18 years old. I wasn't like 18, 19. Like, I would just wanted to like party and hang out with my friends and like just do dumb stuff, right? So it wasn't really like something like I really cared about. Like I knew what the dream meant subconsciously. That part of me knew that I had to make a choice. There was going to be a time in my life where I was going to have to make a choice. Okay, that's all I knew. Um, and every now and then, every couple of years or so, like this dream would pop up into my head. Like it was like I would see everything happening all over again in my head. But yesterday, the dream came into my head again, and finally, I was able to put two and two together. The dream is more than just about me having to make a choice. And this is, I feel like it's not just about me in particular. I feel like it's about the collective, everyone who's awakening, walking their spiritual journey, getting closer to God, or trying to, right? It's this dream. I feel like it's symbolic of a collective mind working together to reach the highest peak they can, right? Um, but it was more than just a choice. Okay, yesterday I realized it was more than just a choice. It was literally a tug of war. There was, upstairs and downstairs. Okay, they were literally fighting for my soul, in a sense. Okay, and throughout all of these years, since I had that dream up until like at this point in my life, the tug of war was whether or not I would choose the right path. And I feel like a lot of you have chosen the right path. Okay, you passed the test in a sense. All right. That dream was, I feel like that dream was in a way like a blessing because it was like a message from the divine. Like, it was kind of like you are chosen and you need to make a choice. Are you going to answer the call in a sense? So I feel like I also wrote this is this is what I wrote yesterday. Someone wants you to pick a card, okay? And it's kind of like in a sense it was kind of like a game, but this game had like extremely high stakes, okay? So it was kind of like you having to, like you get a card like a deck of cards, in front of you and you have to pick a card, okay? Whatever card you choose, it's extremely important. Not only that, but the someone who wants to pick that wants you to pick a card is the divine and the strangers. So that's who was having a tug of war with you. The divine was like fighting for your soul to protect your soul, and then the strangers like demons, just narcissistic people, jealous people, things like that, right? People like that. There was a tug of war. It was like you literally had to choose a side whether you wanted to just be like good or you just wanted to like delve into like these bad habits, the media, propaganda, drama, conflict, um, I don't know, certain lifestyles. Like you literally had to choose. Okay. I feel like a lot of you, and the thing is too, I also wrote picking a card is time sensitive because this was a very time sensitive test. Granted, since I had the dream when I was like 18, 19, for some of you, this test was going on for a very long time. All right. And you finally, it was kind of like in the nick of time, you picked the right card. And the thing is, if you chose the right card, you get to ascend. You just get to delve deeper into your gifts. You get to, have a happy life. You get to experience abundance and blessings and just a lot of good things in your life, right? However, if you picked the wrong card, you got to repeat cycles in your life. You get to start things again over and over again. You get to reincarnate and not remember anything and start all over from the very beginning. So a lot of you chose the right card. Okay, now you get to ascend. And the thing is, a lot of you have may experience a lot of stuff in the past recent years, and that was because it was supposed to cloud you. So that way, because this picking a card, it was very time sensitive. Okay, so and it was these last couple of years when you noticed that things were like really getting hectic and crazy, and that's because you know the enemy, in a sense, strangers, they were really like on a time crunch, like, oh my god, we really got to get the collective to get on our side. We really need the collective soul and blah 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 blah, right? but they failed and you passed the test. So you get to ascend. You get to be closer to God and connect with your gifts and all that stuff. So that was that. I also wrote something about the three wise monkeys. You know the monkeys that see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. So usually, there's two sides to that. The monkeys. The On the one side, they indicate willingness to be in a good mind, speech and action, and not dwell on evil thoughts. All right. So, but on the counter, they indicate a conniving attitude, willingness to turn a blind eye towards evil. Each monkey has a name. There's Mizaru. This monkey sees no evil, but he hears it and he speaks it. The second monkey is Kikazaru. He hears no evil, but he sees it and he speaks it. And then there's Iwazaru. Okay, this monkey doesn't speak any evil, but he sees it and he hears it. And I feel like the reason why I was channeling that is because a lot of, for the collective, a lot of us have been around, quote, quote, three wise monkeys, all right? People who know the drama that's going on or who knows what's going on behind the scenes, but they won't say it, or they'll act like they don't see it, or they act like they won't hear it, all right? It's because the thing is, to turning a blind eye to evil doesn't hold you less accountable. Because you see it, you're not doing anything about it. You hear it, and you're not doing anything to stop it. And then if you're saying it, but acting like you never said it, when they say ignorance is bliss, I feel like that's just a cop out. So that way people can pretend like they don't know what's going on because they don't want to be held accountable. And you need to be careful with people like that, because those are the same people that, because they don't want to be held accountable, they're like, well, what choice? I don't have to make a choice. I don't know what you're talking about. What's the choice? What's the card that I have to pick, right? People like that they'll choose to be oblivious about what's really going on in the world, and they'll be like, I don't know what card you're talking about. That'll plant seeds of confusion into your mind, and then eventually you'll be like, well, if they don't know what card I'm talking about, then there really must not be a card that you're talking about. I feel like for a lot of you, you almost didn't choose a card because you didn't believe that you had to, that it was an option, okay, that you were chosen, that you had a job, you had a purpose, because you were around people that didn't believe. Non-believers want believers to not believe, because they don't have it within them to believe. And not only that, but when non-believers see a believer, their first instinct is like disgust and like hatred and like, oh, I can't believe they believe in blah 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 blah, right? Like they'll do anything to mock a believer. So, because that's their job. That's what they're supposed to be doing. Because they're not chosen. They already chose their path. Their path is downstairs, and now they want you to not believe that you have to make a choice. So when the time comes and the choice is in front of your face, you're not even seeing it. You like overlooked it. And then by the time you realize that you have to make a choice, it's gone. The choice is no longer there available for you to make. So I hope this is making sense so far. So yeah. So now I'm gonna pull some cards. I need some more tea. My throat is like doing that throat thingy when people don't want you to talk. Because I know that what I'm talking about is very very serious to when it comes to the salvation of our souls. Okay, I'm back. So, it's very emotional. All right, I had to take a quick breather and all that. It's emotional because for a lot of you, the collective, your friends and your family members, your parents, your cousins, coworkers, or whatever, these people knew that you were something special and that you were chosen. And what makes it sad is that for a lot of you, you missed your calling because it was deliberately done. They didn't have a calling. So they were like, well, if I don't have a calling, why are they going to have a calling? You know? So it's very, very sad because a lot of you did miss your calling because you were made to feel like it wasn't important or it was crazy or whatever the case may be, or out of jealousy. Some people didn't want you to answer your call because there is a power that comes with that calling. And not everyone is called because they would abuse that power. So that's why it's very, very sad. But then there is a great majority of you that in the nick of time you answered that calling. You got it. You picked the right card. So it's a lot of very overwhelming emotions, some of like sadness and then some of like um joy, okay? A lot of mixed emotions, but for those of you that missed a calling, truly, it's very sad, but maybe the next life you will. So moving on. Oh boy. I'm gonna pull a couple cards from this deck. And I really use this deck. I haven't used this deck in a couple months. But I feel like with the messages that are going on right now, for those of you that know, you know what the calling is and you know exactly what to do. All right. For those of you that don't know what the calling is, it's not for you to know. So don't ask and don't seek out the answers because it's not going to come to you. And the thing is, you may be like, oh, yeah, I understand. No, you don't, because everyone has those who are called, they each have a different purpose when it comes to that calling. So, wow. Oracle, wait for important information. Yeah. My throat. For some of you, you guys are oracles. Cool. So we have Stag, trust and thrive. Druid, hold the space. An animal guardian, trust your instincts. On the bottom of the deck, we have Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. You're doing that. All right, this is what you're doing. You have for some of you, you have a massive spiritual team behind you. I'm saying massive because I know I do. But for some of you, you can as well. But you guys are protected. The collective is very much protected. All right. The collective is, you're now in a sense where A lot of your test had to do with being able to trust in the divine, all right? So that way you can thrive. Holding your space, you're standing your ground when it comes to your beliefs and your faith system. Um, for a while, a lot of you, because you were so unsure of where you stood spiritually, your faith, whether or not you believed in God, for a lot of you, you chose the word of man over the word of God. And I don't mean the word of God like in the Bible. I mean like your instincts, okay? You for a long time you went against your instincts, which is going against God because you were listening to man slash woman. You're not doing that anymore, okay? You're holding firm to your beliefs. You're standing your ground. All right? You can't be moved from this space that you're holding anymore. This space is your faith and your belief. All right? It's you're like a grounded rock. An animal guardian, trust your instincts. You're doing that. That's what you're doing. I feel like there's a lot of people that are resentful of you at the moment because they know you're going somewhere, they just don't know where. And the fact that they don't know where you're going, it infuriates them. It makes them so mad, like they shake because they don't know. They don't know where you're going. They don't know what you're doing. They don't know what you're thinking. They don't know. For a lot of you, it's like one now that you're answering this calling, people are like, well, how is the collective doing this? How is the collective doing that? What are they listening to? What are they watching? Where are they going? And this is what they don't understand, that this is all faith based because these are faithless people. They don't have faith. They have faith in, materialism, possessions, propaganda, media, gossip, trash TV, right? These are the same people that care more about what the Kardashians did on last week's episode instead of, trying to interpret the dream that the divine gave them last night. And then they're sitting in their room wondering, well, why aren't I being called, or why can't I receive the messages? It's because you've been getting messages, you're just not paying attention. So when they see the collective paying attention, they get mad, and they think it's some sort of like weird magic or power, like, well, how are they doing that? And it's not like some weird magic, it's just spirit. um 23, 23. I'm gonna pull from one of these. I feel like I want to pull for Druid, hold the space. One for Druid, please. One for Druid. Yeah. Um. So for Druid, hold the space. We have movement. Now that you know where your beliefs are and your faith, now that you know where you stand spiritually, I feel like everything in your life is not okay. Damn it, hold on. So when you figured out, for a lot of people, I really don't want to get too deep into this, honestly. So let me just make it vague. When you figured out your spirituality, when you realized where you stood, your beliefs, who you were loyal to, right, all that stuff, it kind of like set a bunch of gears in motion within you and kind of like unlocked a lot of it's like you believe in that gave you the keys to unlock all of these things that were keeping you blocked and chained and stuck with inside you, right? But because you now know who you are and where you stand spiritually, it's allowing you to move forward in your life where, and especially in places where we're hindering your growth. Okay, like you're no longer anxious all the time, you're no longer depressed all the time, you have more confidence, you're more outgoing, okay, you're more yada yada yada, right? A lot of that has to do with your faith. Your faith is kind of like a stepping stone, like the ground of you being able to be so centered in your life to now where you're able to move forward in your life the way you were meant to move forward in the beginning. Okay, had you not been so distracted, had you made this choice in the beginning, or were able to make this choice, or if you knew that you had to make this choice, that you had this choice, okay, it's like it feels like you're now getting to a point in your life where you should have been a while ago, a long time ago. Okay, and that's because you're holding the space within you. You know where you stand spiritually with your faith, with God, and that's allowing you to move forward and make all these healing changes within your body, within your mind, within your soul. And there's a huge like shift going on in your environment, and people see that, and that's what also makes them so mad, is because they're like, how's the collective doing this? How are they so happy? How are they so confident? How are they so abundant? Yada yada yada. And it's because you unlocked it within you. So, you know, overall though, this is truly very, very beautiful. I mean, for those that are in this position right now. For those that are not, you just have to come back and do it again. Very nice. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna post this particular video because I feel like it's pretty heavy. So I want to know more about this movement because I feel like, and also on the bottom of the deck we have listening and reverse, because you were not using your intuition, you were not listening to your third eye, you were not listening, and had you kept going down that path, you wouldn't be where you are right now. But I want to know more about this movement because there was definitely outsiders. It might not even be people, but there were definitely outsiders that didn't want to see this movement happening. All right. My throat's getting stuck. My cards are getting stuck. I'm gonna do this regardless, though. So, relax. Yeah, we have death. The reason why you're able to have forward movement in your life is because you went through a transformation. There was a shift that happened. This shift happened within you. That's why nobody can see it. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows anything about you anymore. All right? They don't understand you. They don't understand how you're doing what you're doing. Because the transformation that happened wasn't outside, it was within you. You made this transformation by holding to your spiritual beliefs, your faith, and not only that, but in you going through this transformation, you also realize that you had to end a lot of things as well on your path to this transformation. You had to end jobs, you had to end friendships, you had to end relationships, you had to end mindsets, hobbies. Just you just had to let it go. It can't. It's no more of that. And you realize that in order for that it to in order for you to be where you are, you had to. I'm gonna get one for the stag. I feel like there's something very important about the stag, so you guys may have to look that up. Yeah. So we have the Seven of Pentacles and the High Priestess in reverse. This is, for some of you, the person who didn't want you to trust into yourself, trust the divine, and thrive in this life and thrive spiritually. It was a High Priestess in reverse. So it was a feminine energy around you. This feminine energy, she did a lot to invest into blocking your intuition. She did a lot. I mean, a lot. Like, she invested time, she invested money, she invested effort. This was like, if this was a 9 to 5 job, this was it. This is somebody, it's weird because this person was trying to block your intuition and block your ability to thrive in this life. And I feel like she did that because she herself does not have the ability to tap into her intuition, or she lost the ability to tap into her intuition. So she wanted you to lose that. Also, I feel like this is like a dark witch. Either she's a dark witch or she's a fake witch. She'll go around and be like, oh yeah, I'm a witch, but she doesn't understand what it is that she's doing or what it is that she's saying. And it's funny because she's like, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that. But she's spending money to make sure that you're not this and you're not that. And behind the scenes, she's the complete opposite of what she's pretending that she is. And she tried to ensure that you would never be what she is. That's what she wanted. She wanted you to be what she is now, or what she's always been. You know. And we have the Knight of Wands on the bottoms. I feel like this High Priestess in reverse has a lot of player energy, or this person is a whore. So, you know. They also have a lot of masculine energy. Then again, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us, but this person, they really, really, it's like their masculine energy is higher than their feminine energy, and they use that to their advantage. This person has like a player mindset or like a whore mindset, but like you wouldn't really, like, if you look at this person, you wouldn't think it, or they don't come across as that. Tell me about this animal guardian, please. Trust your instincts. Is that how that came out? Let me get one more for trust your... Yeah. Animal guardian, trust their instincts. The two cards that came out is the Four of Cups and the Page of Wands. Somebody regrets this. It's so funny. It's like not only that, but this is whatever they. Oh my god, this is like the fucking same exact story, man. Whatever, whatever this high priestess in reverse was doing to try and block your intuition and to block your abundance, your faith, whatever, your forward movement in life. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, this person put a lot. I mean, like all the energy that they had to do this to you, they're not getting that energy back. The energy is gone. This person is like depleted. If you were to see this person always looks tired, fatigued, run down, and it's like they're regretting doing this. They're regretting doing this only because it didn't work out in their favor. Now, had it worked out in their favor, they would have kept going and going and going and going. And for a while, it was going. Okay, this person was doing this for a very, very long time. To a divine feminine, divine masculine, this person was doing this for a very long time. So that's why now, when you see this person looks run through the mud. All right, it's like they have no energy because the cycle has ended, and the reason why the cycle has ended is because you made the choice. All right, you now stand firm in your beliefs and your faith. You made the choice. The choice was God. So now because you made that choice, you literally cannot be touched. If this person tries to do magic on you, it'll go right back to them. If this person tries to curse you, it won't touch you. Hexes, nope, not even near me. None of that. But I feel like this person is regretting more than their wasted time and efforts. There's something else going on. I'm going to clarify that in a second. But I'm going to clarify Hold the Space by Druid. Six of Wands. Yeah, you are surrounded by a community of your spiritual ancestors, angels, and spirits of the highest white light. You are like protected. And not only that, but it's like everyone, the divine, your ancestors, spirits, angels, they're all like rooting for you and they're so happy for you. It's like they're cheering because it's kind of like, finally, the collective made the right choice. Yay! Right? So this is like major success for the collective. Major success. Like I said, you passed the test. I'm not going to get those because they did not turn over. I don't really feel that. Let me get something for Druid, please. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, wow. I'm telling you, you got the Hermit and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, when Druid hold the space, you did the work. You went within yourself, okay? You literally had to go within yourself with a lantern. And maybe some of you had to isolate yourself from the world. But when you isolated yourself from the world by choice, all right, you listened. God was like, okay, it's time for you to do the isolation program. So you went through the isolation program and you passed. You went through it. And now with the Six of Pentacles, you are being blessed. It's like the divine is going to be gifting you with blessings and spiritual gifts and just abundance. All right. So congratulations. That's awesome. You guys did the work. You guys picked the right card in a sense. So I feel like we should all like hold a party for ourselves. Like, we did it. We just passed the test. And the thing is, this test for a lot of us, for a lot of you, this test was going on for a long time, you know, a couple years. For some of you, this was like a 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, 6 years, you know, it doesn't matter. But you're going to know when you pass the test because of how dramatic your life is changing. So that's great. But I'm going to get to this Four of Cups because I feel like there's something else. Page of Cups in reverse. Is it because you're not getting any bad news and this person is getting bad news? Is that what they're regretting? I feel like there's something else. With the Four of Cups and the Page of Wands, I feel like this person is also thinking of something, some new way to come and try and block you. It's like, what can I do now to try and block the collective? Because they're regretting that what they were doing before, it's no longer working. So now they're trying to think, what can I do now? Well, there's something else that they're regretting. I can feel it. I want to know more about this Four of Cups, please. Tell me about this Four of Cups, please. Also, too, this person isn't satisfied with what they have in front of them. Like, this person could have all the money in the world, all the possessions in the world, all the cars in the world, but for some reason, they still want, like, the one car that you have, or the one $10 bill that you have, or whatever. Like, this person is not satisfied either with what they have in front of them. That's a lot of cards. You have the Page of Swords reverse, Four of Swords reverse, Ace of Swords reverse, Knight of Swords reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. So this person, what it really comes down to, I mean, yeah, it's regret. They're regretting that this didn't really work out and they wasted a lot of energy. But also what it comes down to is that they're not satisfied because all the stalking that they did, all the lying that they did, right? Trying to cause changes in your life, like chaos, trying to cause chaos into your life, right? What seemed like it was a very good beginning with the Page of Pentacles, it didn't touch you. It didn't do anything with the Four of Swords in reverse. And it's funny because this person is just like, well, I did all of this to the collective, and they're like unfazed. I stalked them. I gossiped about them. I lied on them. Okay, I tried to cause chaos in their life. I thought this was a really good idea with the Page of Pentacles. I had something really solid going on, and it didn't work. None of it worked. So now they're trying to figure out what else they can do. But the thing is, they can't do anything because you cannot be touched. You're untouchable. All right, and this person, if they do try to attack you in some sort of way, it's just going to rebound and right back towards them. But I don't really think that they're putting two and two together. Oh well. For some of you, this High Priestess could be a friend or an ex-friend, a coworker, ex-coworker, family member, ex-family member. The point is, this person was so close in your circle or your environment that they were able to attack you for a very long time, unbeknownst to you. So if you cut somebody off, or if you stop talking to someone, or if you distance yourself from someone, and now all of a sudden, like, your life is, calmer and quieter, you need to take a second look of your friends and family. Or, the list of people who you don't talk to anymore. I'm going to do these white cards and then I'm going to close it. Yeah. The first card that came flying out, yeah. funny. Wow. This person is really, really mad, by the way. They're only mad because they can't block you anymore. They can't attack you anymore. They can't stalk you anymore. They can't cause chaos in your life anymore. All right. And it's so funny because they were like, this is a really good idea. Like, we're going to really get something out of this. Like, we're really going to block the collective. They were, and a lot of the reason why they did this had to do with money. Okay. Could be an earth sign that was doing this. Or they were dabbling in earth magic. But I just saw like a pile of dirt. So maybe they did something with dirt. I think that's it. Is that it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. You are aligning. All right. And you did that. They gossiped about your secrets. Yeah, so for somebody, this is someone who you felt very close to and you confided into them, or you confided them in like things about you, things that you felt comfortable sharing with them, maybe things about your childhood or like ideas or, personal things. So if you told this person something important or a secret about you or your life, they went and told other people about it. Like, oh, can you believe so and so, blah, 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 blah. We have love triangle. Okay, you were right about everything. New home, new job, new car, new life. All right, so this is going to be part of the blessings that you are being gifted with by the divine. We have the letter V and we have the letter D, or, DV. Lied about a marriage. So this is somebody who could have lied about a marriage. Either they lied about being married, or they lied about something that happened in their marriage, or, they, lie about, marriage in general. I don't know, but this person, whoever this person was, they definitely lied about a marriage. They have a knife behind their back. Yeah, this is a complete backstabber. This is somebody that was close enough to you, that was, like I said, doing things behind the scenes to you while still smiling in your face. This is someone in your environment. This person was attacking your heart chakra. So when your heart chakra is unbalanced, you lack self-love. You're always depressed. You have a sense of loneliness, and you're just always scared of being alone. This person, they thrived off of that because it gave them a sense of power over you. Okay. But when your heart chakra is balanced, you're compassionate, you're loving, you're open hearted, you start to heal yourself, and your connections with other people and the world around you, it's healthy. All right. You don't have a unhealthy connection towards people, places, and things. This person, if you were to, this card makes me laugh. If you were to like smell this person or like their home or whatever, it's like they smell like mold. Okay. This person smells like mold. They can also have bad hygiene. So a Gemini or an air sign could be involved. Okay, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I secretly hate you. Yeah, this is somebody you knew in your environment, and they secretly hated you. That's why they did what they were doing, because a lot of it had to do with jealousy. They slither behind your back. I mean, how many cards am I gonna have to get to prove that this was somebody that was just very shady? This person is less than human. Yeah, they don't have a soul. They sold it. Okay, and they probably don't even realize that they sold it. But after a time, after you keep doing certain things or keep living a certain mindset or lifestyle, slowly but surely your soul starts to, chip away. Um, with the letters D and the letter V, I keep hearing domestic violence. I don't know why, but I feel like I don't know. I don't know why this is here. Hmm. But I keep every time I see these letters, I keep seeing that domestic violence. Maybe this person lied about domestic violence, or this person is, abusive. But whoever this person is, whoever this feminine is, this woman is aggressive. This is a very aggressive person. Oh, domestic violence. So this is a person, when this person is in a relationship or with close people or whatever, she may become very physical and hands-on. But you wouldn't ever think that when you look at her. For some of you, it's a man, right? Masculine energy. But this person, you would never, like, if you look at this person, you wouldn't think that this is an aggressive person because this person doesn't come across as that. You would never think that this person is like a dark witch either, that they're aggressive, that they're a stalker, they have hidden motives, they're jealous. Like, this person's weird. I don't know. Anyways, that's a reading. Bye.